Hello guys, how are you all doing? Welcome back to Goals Galore. Welcome to my Match Week 29 predictions for the Championship. And today we have got some incredible fixtures to predict. So, as always, if you go on to enjoy, smash the like button and subscribe. And I want to know your thoughts in the comment section down below. As always, pick one team that you are certain will win this week in the Championship. Let me know down below. If you're brave enough, give me all 12 of your score predictions. Right then, let's get into the predictions. Let's go. On the Friday night, we begin at Bramall Lane. It's Sheffield United hosting Hull City. Hull City lost at home last time out against QPR, who were one of the informed sides in the division. Hull making quite a few signings this January. And I do think they'll be okay in the end. Hull have won their last two away games, so that's promising going into this one. And away at Sheffield United, who just played away at my team Swansea midweek, I was not impressed with them at all. They do not look like a side in the automatic promotion spots in the Championship. I was surprised of how poor they really were. And sometimes, though, you've just got to go over the line. I think that was one of the Sheffield United performances. I don't think they were anything special, as to say. In this one, I don't think Sheffield United will lose this one at home. But also Hull. They've made some really impressive signings, and I don't think they lose this one. I've gone for a 1-1 on the Friday night. Next up, it's Luton hosting Millwall. Now, these two sides, it's interesting. Millwall just cannot get going under the new manager, of course, Alex Neil. It was a late heartbreak last time at home against Cardiff, as Cardiff got the 2-2 draw, which I predicted in the dying stages. As for Luton, lost 3-2 away at Oxford. That is heartbreak for them as well. Luton just cannot get going away from home. At home, it's been a better story for them so far this season. However, their record against Millwall at home isn't great. I think that will change in this one, though. Surely Luton, they're 23rd at the moment in the table. Surely they're going to survive. You'd think so. With that squad, it's absolutely ridiculous to go down, surely. I've gone Luton to win 3-1 here, and that sort of does bring Millwall back into the relegation battle, because the teams, well, Plymouth excluded, are starting to pick up points now. Luton need to start doing that as well. The teams above them now starting to look over their shoulder. So 3-1 Luton in this one. Just not got much faith in Millwall at the moment. Norwich versus Swansea. Norwich lost away at Leeds last time out. Many teams will be losing there this season. And away team is Swansea, who have just lost the last 3 away games. Lost to them lot up the road. We lost to Southampton and to Portsmouth all this year. So we haven't even got a point away from home in 2025. I'm somewhat not looking forward to this one. I feel like Norwich is one of them sides we do struggle against away from home. However, in this one, I've got a reason to be positive, because the reaction from last game against Sheffield United, first half, I thought we outplayed Sheffield United, albeit they were really poor. We were, quite good, and I don't know how we only scored 1 goal in the end. Harry Darland's red card should be overturned. I don't get how that referee still is qualified. Absolute joke. And in this one, I think it'll be an interesting game. It ended 2-2 last season. I think it ends the same this season, 2-2 at Carrow Road. Moving on, it's Stoke versus Oxford. Stoke suffered defeat last time out away at Portsmouth. And for Oxford, under Gary Rowett, what an appointment that is. In this one, though, it does seem to be tricky. Oxford against Stoke. Stoke just seem to be a decent side since Mark Robins has come in. Like a bit more fight and power about them. It's making you think twice when predicting Stoke City at the moment. Hosting, of course, Oxford in this one. I think there'll be tricky customers. I can't see a winner in this one. 1-1 draw to keep, of course, Gary Rowett's incredible record going, and Mark Robins' side get a point. Win-win there. Bristol City are unbeaten in the last 5 home games. In this one, they host Blackburn, who have, gone a bit sour at the moment, haven't they? It's just a Blackburn thing to do. Do well until the new year, and then as soon as the new year hits, and they're thinking they can get the playoffs, they just sort of drop off slowly. It hasn't been good 2025 so far for Blackburn. They suffered defeat at home last time out against Coventry. In this one, I can see Bristol City getting the 3 points. They rescued a late point against Sheffield Wednesday midweek. I think Bristol City 2, Blackburn 0 in this one. Cardiff are unbeaten in the last 7 games, while Derby, who travel to South Wales, have lost their last 5 league games. In this one, it's only pointing to a Cardiff win. And Cardiff recently have been on the up. They've got some decent results coming together. Not too many wins in there, but a lot of points. And points in the end are going to be enough because they've started picking them up so early on in the season. As we say, this next few weeks of the season is so crucial. And we'll finally know who's going to finish whereabouts. We got the likes of last season where Sheffield Wednesday and QPR were on that incredible run towards the end. Well, if any teams towards the bottom are going to go on that run, now's the chance to start putting the wins together, really. In this one, only one winner, Cardiff to win 2-0 at home against Derby. Coventry versus Watford is the next game. Coventry, under Frank Lampard, for the first time got back-to-back wins, which is quite impressive, actually, from Coventry. Away at Ewood Park last time out with a 2-0 win. Wasn't predicting that one. I said 2-0 the other way in that game. In this one, they host Watford, and Watford fans seem very concerned that Tom Cleverley might be on his way out. I just don't understand at all the methods behind the owners there at Watford. I think they're absolutely clueless. Just like the Sheffield Wednesday owners. But that's a topic for another video. Let me know if you want me to speak about that in more depth in another video, because I happily will, because I feel like some owners in football are absolutely terrible and don't get enough notice of how bad they actually do. Watford this season have a genuine chance of going up under Tom Cleverley. They might just rip that all away now and get someone else in and probably finish lower mid-table if that does change things around. It unsettles them. Everyone at Watford seems to be buying in under Cleverley. Anyway, enough about that, as I say. In this game, I can see goals galore. I think Watford away from home are not great, but I do think they have to get something here for Tom Cleverley to stay in charge. I think they will just do just enough. Coventry 2, Watford 2. Moving on, we go to Deepdale for Preston hosting Middlesbrough. Middlesbrough have a great win midweek, beating West Brom at home 2-0, just what they needed. As for Preston, of course, they've just been ticking along nicely recently. They did get the win last time out, of course. And in this one, I think they get another win. At home under Heckingbottom, they have been a really tough side to beat. And I think they get the win here against an informed Borough side. Preston have actually got a good record at home in recent games against Middlesbrough. It's going to be a cracker. It's going to be a thriller. Goals galore. Preston 3, Middlesbrough 2. QPR host Sheffield Wednesday, the two sides from last season doing awful and made the great escape, and now this season really are in contention for a place in the playoffs. Sheffield Wednesday recently have been slipping off. They couldn't quite bounce back fully midweek against Bristol City. They had to settle for a point in the end. As for QPR though, they've got an incredible run. Only one side has beat them in I don't know how many games it is now. It's extended over a long period of time in the league though, and that side was Swansea on Boxing Day. We won 3-0 and made it look really easy. Apart from that though, QPR haven't lost a game in the league since I think it's the end of November. It must be at least there. It's an incredible record. QPR fans watching, let me know how many games exactly. I'm sure you guys know, but it's a great record, and fair play to QPR for sticking with Marty Cifuentes, because at one point, bottom of the league, it was looking like they're going to have to make a decision, but he turned it around at just the right point. As for Danny Rowell at Sheffield Wednesday, well, nothing new there. The owner of Sheffield Wednesday is just being an absolute clown. I feel really bad for the fans there, because the fans at Sheffield Wednesday are absolutely brilliant and deserve so much more. Danny Rowell, though, only so much he can do with his hands tied behind his back, for what it seems. In this one, I think QPR do get the win at home, 2-1. I think this will be a great game, though. Two good sides. Up next, we go to the Stadium of Light for Sunderland, hosting Plymouth. Plymouth, not good news at all this season. They end up sacking Rooney. Thinks look to be on the brighter side going into the new year. Making a few signings, new manager comes in. But against Burnley midweek, they were 5-0 down at half-time. I don't know how second half they didn't concede. The manager afterwards coming out and saying that Morgan Whittaker was meant to start that game and just didn't turn up for the game. I mean, Morgan Whittaker, he was here at Swansea. You could tell his attitude and heart wasn't quite in it. After he got recalled, he does seem that type of player to get, his ego's definitely, expanded a lot. And it seems to be taken over now at Plymouth. Plymouth fans absolutely love him. He's by far their best player. and I think he's just absolutely wrecked the relationship now between himself and Plymouth Argyle, which is a real shame. Plymouth now probably going to have to sell him and invest the money this month. They do seem to be quite active in the January window so far. But in this game, Plymouth, I think they get absolutely battered. 5-0 Sunderland's my prediction. Sunderland, of course, last time out, that referees midweek are awful. They're always awful every week. But that Wilson Isidore goal should never have been ruled out, of course. In the end, they get the 1-0 win away at Derby. Back home here, I think they're still unbeaten at home all season, aren't they, Sunderland? Let me know, any Sunderland fans in the chat. I think they are, in the comments, sorry. I think Sunderland win 5-0 in this one, though. Plymouth, it's only going south, isn't it? Not looking good. Moving on, we go to West Brom, hosting Portsmouth. Portsmouth, of course, at home, just win after win after win. Doing really well. They beat Stoke City midweek 3-1. And yeah, really, really positive. However, away from home, they are not quite the same side. If they can just rely on that home form, I think it'll be enough. But of course, away from home, you do want to start to pick up the points as well. In this one, they go away to Tony Mowbray's West Brom, where midweek, of course, they fell to defeat away at the Riverside. In this one, both sides don't mind drawing. I can see exactly that happening here. West Brom 1, Portsmouth 1. And the final game to predict is on the Monday. It is Burnley hosting at Turf Moor Leeds United. Now, this one, of course, is Leeds at the top versus Burnley in third. And if Burnley were to win, they would go joint top. It would have to take a few goals swing, of course, to overclimb Leeds to the summit of the Championship, albeit other results have to go their way as well. In this one, though, I think it'll be a cracker. Burnley, of course, just thrashed Plymouth Argyle away last time. And Plymouth Argyle's a difficult place to go, especially this season and last season. Not many teams getting the, a dominant result there, such as 5-0 to Burnley as they got midweek. As for Leeds, they beat, of course, Norwich, I believe it was, midweek, 2-0, making it look easy. Burnley don't concede many, and at home they don't score many. I think that all flips on its head here, and it will end a 2-2 draw in this one. Cannot separate the sides in a way. I hope it does end level, because then hopefully Sunderland can catch you up. Sheffield United maybe to drop points. I think that would work out really, really well. And I've only just thought of that, so hopefully it all happens, because I think that'll be perfect. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Well then, guys, there are my predictions for match week 29 of the Championship. As always, if you have gone on to enjoy, be sure to drop a like and subscribe. Let me know your thoughts on the games in the comment section down below. And I'll see you very soon in the next one, guys. Take care, stay safe. See you all very soon. Goodbye.